Hey guys, how's it going? Today, I'm going to show you the 2024 Chevrolet Equinox LT, and I'm going to give you a full look of this car. Starting off with the key fob, feels relatively premium. You do have lock, unlock, remote start, lock it, and hold. Your trunk release and your panic alarm are right here. Some of the Equinoxes do not have remote start, but this one does, because it is an LT. I believe it's optional on the LT. So, coming nearby with the key fob in my pocket and the vehicle locked, you push this button and the doors will open. Push it again and it'll lock it. So, this car is finished off in a gray exterior along with a black cloth interior. Stepping inside, you do have a power driver's seat with 8-way adjustability, which is pretty neat. Lots of cheap plastic in here though. And to start the Equinox, you just leave your key nearby, push your foot on the brake, and push the button to go. So it does have push button start on all trims. Okay, so the Equinox does have a free spoke, leather wrap steering wheel. You do have cruise control, lane keep assist, and your forward collision warnings on here. And you do have your radio multimedia controls and the screen controls over here, as well as your voice assist and your end call button. It's not a bad place to be in. Let's do a blinker test. Kind of cheap sounding. You do have your light controls off to the side, as well as an 8-speed automatic transmission with low gear selection. And when you put it in reverse, you do have a backup camera with adjustable guidance lines as I turn the steering wheel. As well as a fully automatic parking brake. You have to step on the brake for it to be released. Alright, let's go check out the outside of the car. It does say Equinox on the door sill. Let's turn on all the lights, the headlights, high beams, and hazards. And pop the hood. Okay, so you do have a Chevy badge. And to pop the hood, there's a release lever right here. And this is your 1.5 liter Ecotec 4-cylinder. It makes 175 horsepower and 203 pound-feet of torque. You do have a manual prop rod as well. They used to offer the 2-liter turbo on the LTN Premier, I believe, but that has unfortunately been discontinued. You do have halogen turn signals on the bottom, LED daytime running lights, and projector headlights, which is pretty nice looking. You do have a Chevy logo with chrome accents around some parts of the grille. And most of the grille is plastic. Okay, coming to the wheels. They are on Michelin tires, 17-inch wheels on this trim. They are 225/65 R17. And they have pretty decent tread on them. You do have body colored mirrors on the LT trim. The LS will just have normal black mirrors. But since this isn't the LS, you do get these nicer mirrors. You do have Wi-Fi and OnStar connectivity, so you can have a Wi-Fi hotspot. Equinox. Something I don't really like is this black cladding all over the car. I don't know, it's just, it doesn't fit the car well. Like, I don't know. You do have a gas cap where you put regular unleaded fuel. Easy fill also, so you don't have to twist it, you just push it in here, and that's how you fill the gas. You do have halogen turn signals, brake lights, and reverse lights, as well as another Equinox badge, a little bit of chrome accenting along with the cheap black cladding, and an LT badge. This is a little nicer than the other Equinox LT we had because it does have remote start and a leather wrap steering wheel, unlike this one. Unlike the other one. Okay, so this is a decent looking car. Like, it's a pretty good buy, but it's just a typical rental car. Like, under $30,000, these are pretty good, but the new one is much better. This is a rental car from, I'm not sure what company, actually. But if you want a decent value car, SUV, this is a good one, but I don't know if how it'll do long term. Short term, it will definitely be okay. Let's turn off the lights. Nice high beams. You do have automatic lights, cruise control settings. I think that's what that is. You have your mirror controls right here. Automatic power windows. All four of them are fully automatic. Front and rear. You do have your controls to set how much you want the trunk to open. The Cadillac XT5 that I did a video on when I stopped using that channel, that had that also. You do have your door locks, as well as a chrome door handle. As I said, 21,106 miles. This gauge cluster's alright. It's not the best. It's pretty configurable. Average speed, oil life, air filter life, tire pressure, oil life, yikes, 25%. Fuel range, trip B, trip A, and your speed. So it's not the most configurable, but you do have your info and options. Traction control, I'm sure you can go somewhere else and look at more. But you can set traction control on there. Okay. So the radio that this car uses is Chevy's MyLink system. It's definitely improved over time, but it's not the best. Pretty good sound system. Don't want to get copyrighted though. Phone, Wi-Fi. Here's your Wi-Fi. You have a hotspot. Settings. It's pretty easy and fluent to use. You do have wireless CarPlay and Android Auto, as well as your OnStar services. It's pretty smooth. It's a little bit basic of a system. Like, it's not terrible to use. And the screen size is about 7 or 8 inches. I'll have to look that up. You do have auto start stop, unfortunately, as well as a dual zone climate control with heated seats, which is actually kind of surprising. I didn't expect it to have heated seats with cloth. You do have pretty good dual zone automatic climate control, which is kind of surprising. No smoking signs. You do have a little bit of chrome trim. Opening the center console, you do have a compartment that you can move around. I don't think you can move it around, but you can just put stuff in it. You have a pretty decent sized center console. Under here, here's your storage compartment with, you do have a USB Type-C port, USB-A port, aux input, as well as a 12-volt cigarette lighter. Pretty nice rubberized material. You don't get a wireless charger on this trim. I'm not sure if you can get it. You do have 2 cup holders, which is pretty nice. And you do have quite a lot of door storage as well. But this is probably the worst feeling plastic I've ever felt. Like, I do not like Chevy's plastic that they use. It feels absolutely horrible. I hate it to death. Like, I hate this hard touch plastic so much. Okay, so you do have your owner's manuals. 2024 Chevy Equinox. Just getting to know it. Pretty average size glove box. You do? I think that's a heads-up display. No, I don't. There's no way you get a heads-up display. This is just a compartment that displays some stuff. Maybe you get a heads-up display on the higher trims. All right, let's move on to the back seat. Okay, so like the front, the back seat is also cloth. The windows are locked in the back, but you do have a little storage compartment right here. And a slightly bigger storage compartment. You do also have 2 rear air vents, which is very nice. Not every car has air vents in this price. I think I'm looking at you, Toyota RAV4, unless they got them. And you do have 2 USB-A ports back here for charging. And also, another thing that I hate, you only get 1 of these rear storage compartments, unlike 2 on most cars, which absolutely sucks. But it's a pretty basic rear seat. Interestingly, the front doesn't have any door lock pins, but the rear does. I've never seen a car where it's only the rear. The cabin's just kind of nice and quiet when we're idling. I don't know. It's not a terrible place to be. It's comfortable and I have a lot of room. Oh, we didn't look at the front. You do have a sunglass holder. Basic rear view mirror with OnStar. And you have 2 your visors. Let's do the visor test. Unfortunately, there's still a lot of room left, and you cannot extend it any further, so that's going to be a fail. I think this is like the first car that ever failed the test that I filmed. Let's move on to the trunk. You can open it in many ways with the key fob. With that, I'm sure somewhere inside, and there's a button here. You do have a backup camera hidden under there. You have a lot of room back here. You don't have anything under here, but it does give you a nice amount of extra room instead of a spare tire, and it does save some weight. I have your more cheap Chevy plastic. Okay, so I'm not sure what this does. Oh, this folds the seats. Let's take off the seat belts because those are on for some reason. I don't know why they're all on. All right. You push these 2 levers. Oh, that's a child seat anchors, whatever that is. Oh, that's what that is. That's not the fold. The fold is right here. Oh yeah, maybe that is the fold. Oh, interesting. Never seen a... Oh, you do push these and they fold. I've never seen a car where you don't have to do that. Like by going to the seat. That's actually a pretty cool idea. So here's what it looks like with the seats folded. And then the folding back. It's pretty simple. You have to make sure the seat belt's not in the way. And then you can fold it. We'll go to the other side and do it. It's a little bit heavy, so, but it's not terribly heavy. It's not that bad. You do have a power trunk, actually, which is surprising. You do have a rear wiper hose. They don't hide it, which usually some cars hide it up here, but they don't hide it on this car. So this car is nice. It's in a very competitive segment, and it's still a decent offering. However, I don't think it's the best car in its class. Like, there's a Toyota RAV4, the Honda CR-V, and so much more. Like, even Ford has their Escape, which has much more tech features for 2024. But there is a benefit to this car. You can probably get a really good deal. Like, on some sites, like, at a Chevy dealer, you can probably get a good deal on an older model since the new 2025 Equinox has been released. So, if you do want a good deal, the 2024 Chevy Equinox is definitely a car you should be considering. And it's definitely not the best car in the world, but it's far from the worst. We're gonna move it actually a little bit more forward. I mean, let's rev it, why not? Let's see how it sounds. It sounds really bad, 1.5 turbo. We're gonna move it a little bit forward. There we go. I haven't really driven one of these fully, but so I can't tell how they drive. But this isn't a bad car at all. Like, if you don't want the new model or you just want to find a good deal, I think the 2024 Chevy Equinox is a great pick. It's still relatively competitive, but it's just no nonsense. Like, it's everything you need. And it's nothing really more than that. Like, you get everything that you need from this car. But you don't get anything really overcomplicated. Like, everything is easy to use and you just go. Like, that's what makes this car really good. Because, look, you can get one of those Ford Escapes with a complicated infotainment system. But this car, you just get everything you need. And 2025, they're going to make it more complicated. They're going to remove CarPlay. I'm pretty sure they are. But I'll have to confirm that. So the 2024 Chevy Equinox is definitely worth it. Thank you guys for watching.